So our time in Jamaica is coming to an end, and I want to share all of the things that I've come to know, love, and appreciate about Jamaica. Jamaica is a popular destination, so follow along with me on a typical day in beautiful countryside Mandeville while I share some pointers I've learned along the way that might help you plan your next visit. So for context, we split our trip between a resort and a visit to family in the countryside. So let's get into it. Number one, people will talk to you here. They'll say good morning, good evening, or will generally strike up a conversation. It's such a sharp contrast from Canada where I feel like no one talks to you. Here you can see neighbors stopping by to just chit chat. My husband's family did come over to see the kids, but neighbors also stopped by and they just chatted and caught up with each other. It was such a refreshing feeling, honestly. Two, the countryside is sort of far removed from everything. If you're staying in the country, you should know that there is a lot of downtime. The lifestyle is very rural and daily activities like washing your clothes are a bit different than what you're used to back in Canada. While there may seem like there's not much to do, you may be like me and actually appreciate the slower pace of living. Three, don't get alarmed if you hear a lot of honking. Drivers actually always honk their horns before making a turn. Also, in Jamaica, they drive on the right and not on the left. Four, like a lot of Caribbean and South American countries, dogs are a big part of life here. Here's our family dog. Don't be alarmed. They're generally very protective and friendly. You will see them roaming the streets, especially at night if you're in the country. Not sure what number I'm on, but tipping culture is big in Jamaica. Make sure you have a bit of extra cash wherever you go. While it's not always mandatory, it is a nice gesture that the locals are so appreciative for. Know your boundaries, but tip where, when, and if you can. If you want authentic food in Jamaica, the best food, hands down, is in the country. I've heard so many people say that they had a hard time finding good jerk or oxtail in the more like tourist areas, but in the country, the food was almost always 10 out of 10. So if you have the means or a way to make it out to the country, I promise you'll fall in love with the food. Must-try foods include saltfish fritters, jerk pork, Jamaican fruit, and the fish. Everything moves a bit slower in Jamaica, at least that's what I felt when I was here. There doesn't seem to be an impending sense of rush. The locals take their time with everything. Sometimes it can get a bit frustrating, especially for someone who's from Toronto where everything is just like go, 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 go. I kind of like how they have a different perception of time, but it may come up as a culture shock for some. In terms of safety, we felt generally safe. There were a couple of odd instances in the country, but it does help that we were with family. Overall, roaming the streets of Montego Bay and the country was fine. You have to be careful everywhere, I feel, and Jamaica's no different. I feel like if you just stay on your resort and don't engage with the locals, you truly haven't experienced everything a country has to offer. I've had such a good time. I don't even want to go back to Canada. I love Jamaica that much. If Jamaica's been on your bucket list, book those tickets like ASAP. Anyways, let me know if you have any questions. Until next time, Jamaica, I love you.